Hi guys, so good evening and welcome back to my magical world. It's me, Frostbite, your favorite celebrity here in the Philippines. So, ayan. It's 23:47. Check nyo na lang kung ano oras yun. It's Saturday and I'm still not finished of doing many things. So, syempre, matatapos naman natin sila guys. Actually, parang hindi naman natatapos yung mga gawain sa bahay, right? So, don't worry about it. As long as, ayan, I'm back and I need to focus on you guys kasi I've missed you. I'm not been, I've been stressing of all the wrong things and of all the wrong people lately. So, hindi ko naman yun deserve, right? I mostly, dati may mga goal pa ako ng ganito, and in one snap, ayoko na. Tawag dito. Iba na naman yung plans ko. So, just so, happy. Pero, alam nyo guys, like, I remember, like, this kind of feeling. Like, yung paayaw ka na talaga eh. Yung, halos ayaw mo na talaga. Yung one time when I'm doing my thesis. So, I'm looking for something. It's in-depth research. So, tapos, parang basta guys, ang hirap niya. So, nung patapos, ayoko na talaga. Tapos, nung parang last click ko, parang millisecond lang. Shucks, nahanap ko yung hinahanap ko, guys. So, wala lang. Ganun lang, guys. And by the way, yung wallet pala na napulot ko last time, nakuha na sa akin. So, it's a good thing. Pero hindi lang maganda yung approach, the way the kids took it. Pero understandable naman kasi bata pa sila. Hindi pa sila ganun ka ayos makipag-communicate. I mean, the way they need to talk to people. Hindi basta mali. Sobrang funny kasi, syempre, mga bata pa naman yun. And yung wallet, hindi naman like, the wallet won't amount for the things, the money that you wanted to, So, nakakatawa lang kasi nung naisoli ko siya, sabi ba naman, parang, ate, gusto mo ng ng laman? Like, ganun yung pagkasabi sa akin. Sabi ko, anong laman? Like, what? Anong laman? So, tapos nag-sink in sa akin. Because I'm busy. Sa work kasi yun. So, I'm so busy. So, sabi ko, yung laman sinasabi ko, yun pala, they're asking me if I wanted the money. So, tapos nung nag-sink in na sa akin, because I'm doing something and I'm computing for something. So, naloka ako. Sabi ko, hoy, kayong dalawa, umuwi na kayo kasi dalawa yung bata na kumuha sa akin. Their age are around 16, 15, 17, ranging those age. Basta hindi naman naabot ng 19. So, medyo bata pa sila. So, naloka lang ako. Instead of saying thank you, iba na talaga yung mga ngayon. The people nowadays are different. Like, yung simpleng lang, di ba? When you return something, di ba, you have to say thank you. So, yung simpleng ganun man lang yung makabalik sa akin. Anyways, let's not talk about it. Basta, ang good thing is na ibalik ko na and wala na siya sa bag ko kasi nabibigat. Kahit hindi naman yun mabigat, guys. For me, kapag may mga things na nasa akin na hindi naman dapat, diba, nakakabigat yun sa bag ko. And ayoko ng mabigat na bag kasi I'm not that tall, to carry many things. So, ayun, naikwento ko sa inyo ng medyo detailed yung pangyayari. Kasi hinanap, we tried to look for the um, address that was in there. But, sobrang layo niya, guys. Like, I don't have the time. Buti na lang yung the way that I have access now is that, diba, the patients come to us. So, yung when they know this kind of people, they will reach out. And nakikinig naman sila kasi I think dalawa na yung patient ko. Not I think, dalawa yung patient na sinabihan ko that contact, kontakin nila ako. They have to contact me. One of the patients, I gave my number. Tapos yung isa, like I just said that, do you know this man? So, sabi niya, oo, kilala daw. So, ayun. Basta ang importante na ibalik na natin, okay? Daldal. Sige na. We are going to go back. So, as usual, we are still continuing. So, masama pa rin guys yung loob ko, by the way, doon sa phone. I don't know what to do with it pa din. So, ayoko na muna siyang isipin. Basta nasa safe place naman siya kasi I'm planning to revive it and recover it. But, Tapos, other than that, marami pa akong iniisip kasi hindi nga ako, kapag hindi pa stable yung mga bagay-bagay, hindi ako mapakali. So, ganon. Also, I miss my friends and my people and the people from afar, the aliens. Hindi ko sila masyadong nakakausap and sobrang may mga kailangan asikasin. By the way, kanina pala, sorry ang tildad ko talaga. Minsan lang naman, diba? Kasi usually busy naman tayo mag-read. So, kanina, I went to the hospital and for my mother's CT scan and one of these guys, like, he kept looking at me. So, well, hindi naman yun like bago sa akin, but I didn't yung na-foresee ko na yung mangyayari. So, hindi na siya nakatiis, kinausap niya ako. So, he asked, mundane things that you usually ask for a girl. So, yan, kinausap niya ako for a short period of time. Siyempre, ako, wala naman akong masabi. And I'm not in the mood to talk kasi biglaan din yung lakad na yun. Hindi naman siya like scheduled. And ayoko yung mga ganun. As much as possible, ayoko yung mga biglaan na lakad kasi may mga tinatapos ako guys. Pero depende. Syempre kung pupunta tayo ng ibang bansa anytime. depende guys. Pero minsan wala na din akong kawala kasi usually my friends, sinusundo nila ako. Usually, madalas, ganun. Hindi pala madalas, lagi. So, basta yun guys. Anyways, going back. Dami ko ang hirap magkwento. Paras kami ng sister ko. Ganito kami magkwento, ang gulo-gulo. Basta, I hope you can follow. If not, bahala kayo guys. Basta yun. So, di kinausap na ako, in-approach niya ako ng saglit. And, randomly, siguro, nakat na yung usapan namin. Kasi tinawag siya from inside kasi meron din siyang other patient. I believe pala, hindi pala I think. I believe he is a doctor. So, from that hospital. So, nag-uusap kami but nakat na siya. And I was also talking about something else, something important to him. Diba? About doon sa CT scan. Kasi he was asking, which part of the brain? And I was like, oh my God, I almost really forgot about it. Kasi it's been a long time. And diba, if you see my previous video, sobrang stressful ko during those times. Yung sa accident. So, ayoko na lang siyang isipin. Parang, yung situation ko ngayon, it's like, it was lengthened because of that. Hindi dapat ako nasa ganitong situation ngayon, yung tinotrouble ko. Yung iniisip ko ngayon, it's not really a trouble. Siyempre, it's not really like a problem. It's a phase that I have to undergo. But tatapos na siya, and I'm so excited and I'm so happy na ganun. Kasi wala na din, ubos na din talaga yung patience ko. But we don't know what will happen. So, because life is so interesting and life is so, hindi mo siya, it's really unpredictable. When you think about it, diba? You think you can control it, diba? You try to control it, but somehow, somewhere, parang sinaslap ka pa rin ng planetary alignment natin and all of our decision making. So, I don't know. Yan. Sa mga friends ko na nanonood from afar, I've missed you. I don't know what to say. I'm not reaching out to you guys. Like, isa-isa kayo na sasabi ko. Pero namimiss ko kayo guys. Like, really, when I'm in bed, I miss those time. The good times, syempre. When we eat, diba? When we eat outside, when we go to this and that. Ngayon, kasi, not yet. But, konti na lang guys. We'll be back to our happy days again. Happy naman tayo ngayon, but happier. Happier days. Ang kulit. Sige na, babasa na ako. Manaiinip na tong mga seryoso kong manonood. Kasi, diba, yung mga masyado kayong seryoso sa buhay. Ako din naman, parehas tayo. Sometimes. Okay. So, sobrang kadaldalan ko ang haba nitong video, guys. Tapusin nyo to, kasi dinagdal ko kayo ngayon, So, we're on to page 51 and 52 of the book Mastery. Chapter 2, Submit to Reality, the Ideal Apprenticeship. Okay? So he was also a religious fanatic who believed in the literal truth of the Bible. It was Darwin's duty. Fitzroy told him to find in South America evidence of the flood and creation of life as described in Genesis. So amazing, no? Hindi lang it's not only us, the present time people, but even before, there are people who are curious of the past. Sobrang importante talaga nung past and history. No matter what anyone say na, you have to be in the present, ganito, ganyan, ganon, kasi this is Kasi, it makes you who you are today. What happened before. So, siguro, kung may mga bad experience kayo, like myself, hindi naman tayo, hindi naman tayo, parang, hindi naman tayo nakakaligtas ng mga ganun. Meron at meron. Diba? So, it kind of gives you a lot of twist on your mindset and how you're gonna approach the people and situations right now, diba? So, nakakatulong yung history. Okay, so, even bad experiences, kasi it makes you smarter Right? So, kailangan mo siya gamitin ng tama na this time. Once na nagkamali ka, ako kasi, feeling nila nagkakamali ako. Anyways, wag na natin balik sa akin kasi gulo-gulo natin, guys. Going back na tayo dito. So, Darwin felt like a fool for going against his father and his sense of loneliness was crashing. How could he endure this cramped existence for months on end, living in close quarters with a captain who seemed half insane? A few weeks into the journey, feeling somewhat desperate, he decided upon a strategy. Whenever he experienced such inner turmoil at home, what always calmed him down was to head outdoors and observe the life around him. In that way, he could forget himself. This now was his world. How would observe life on board the ship, the characters of the various sailors and the captain himself, as if he were taking note of the markings of Markings of butterflies. For instance, he noticed that no one grumbled about the food or the weather or the task at hand. They valued stoicism. He would try to adopt such an attitude. It seemed that Fitzroy was slightly insecure and needed constant validation about his authority and high position within the Navy. Darwin would supply that no that or la la. Darwin would supply that to no end. Slowly he began to fit into the daily scheme of life. By the way, ayan, nasabi ko naman pala. Yung time kanina, kala ko hindi. Naalala ko, nasabi ko. He even picked up some of the mannerisms of the sailors. All of this distracted him from his loneliness. So, usually, kapag may mga kasama ka talaga, somehow, kapag malakas yung influence nila, you already adapt to their mannerism. Unless magaling yung self-control mo. Pero usually, it's like this. You know, birds that flock together. Tama ba? Birds that fly together. Ano ba yun? Yung quotes na yun, yung kasabihan, yung saying, yung sa slogan and all. Basta, alam niyo na. Ano yun yung birds that flock together, something like that. Hindi ko maalala, guys. Ha? Dami kasi ako iniisip. So, several months later, the Beagle arrived in Brazil, and now Darwin understood why he had wanted so badly to go on this voyage. He was completely mesmerized by the intense variety of the vegetation and wildlife. This was a naturalist paradise. It was not like anything he had observed or collected in England. One day on a walk through a forest, he stood to the side and witnessed the most bizarre and cruel spectacle he had ever seen. A march of tiny black ants, their columns over 100 yards long, devouring every living thing in their path. Everywhere he turned, he saw some example of the fierce struggle for survival in forest. With overabundant life in attending to his work, he quickly realized that he also faced a problem. All of the birds, the butterflies, the crabs, and the spiders he caught were so unusual. Part of his job was to choose judiciously what to send back, but how could he possibly distinguish what was worth collecting? He would have to expand his knowledge. Not only would he have to spend endless hours studying everything in his sight on his walks and take copious notes, but he would have to find a way to organize all of the information, catalog all of these specimens, bring some order to his observations. It would be a Herculean task, but unlike schoolwork, it excited him. So, may mga ganun talaga, no? Once talagang it's your passion, and it actually really makes you happy. Hindi mo mapapansin. It's really a journey. Right? Journey to your happiness and success. So, these were living creatures, not vague nations in books. As the ship headed south along the coast, Darwin realized that there were interior parts of South America that no naturalist had yet explored. Determined to see every form of life that he could possibly find, he began a series of treks into the pampas of Argentina, accompanied only by geckos, collecting all kinds of unusual animal and insect specimens. Adopting the same strategy as on the ship, he observed the geckos and their ways fitting into their culture as if one of them on these and other jaunts. He would brave marauding Indians, poisonous insects, and jaguars lurking in the forest without thinking of it. He had developed a taste for adventure that would have shocked his family and friends. Diba? Kagulat eh. Una nalulula ka eh, tapos biglang ganyan, no? Kaloka. A year into the voyage, on a beach some 400 miles south of Buenos Aires, Darwin discovered something that would set his mind. For for many years to come. He came upon a cliff with streaks of white amid the rock. Seeing that they were enormous bones of some sort, he began to chip away at the rock, extracting as many of these remains as possible. They were a size and kind he had never seen before. The horns and armor of what seemed to be a giant armadillo, the huge teeth of mastodon, and then most surprisingly the tooth of a horse. When the Spaniards and Portuguese had first arrived in the South America, there were no horses to be found, and yet this tooth was quite old and predated their arrival. He began to wonder if such species had died off long ago. The idea of all life being created at once and for good seemed illogical. More important, how could so many species become extinct? Could life on the planet be in a state of constant flux and development? Months later, he was trekking through the high Andes, looking for rare geological specimens. To send back. Yan. I wanna eat, guys. I wanna eat something. So, at an elevation of about 12,000 feet, he discovered some fossilized seashells and deposits of marine rocks, a rather surprising find at such an altitude. As he examined them and the surrounding flora, he speculated that these mountains had once stood in the Atlantic Ocean. A series of volcanoes thousands of years ago must have raised them higher and higher instead of relics to support the stories in the Bible. He was finding evidence for something shockingly different. As the journey progressed, Darwin noted some obvious changes in himself. He used to find almost any kind of work boring, but now he could labor all hours of the day. In fact, with so much to explore and learn, he hated wasting a single minute of the voyage. He had cultivated an incredible eye for the flora and fauna of South America. He could identify local birds by their songs and markings on their eggs, their manner of taking flight. All of the information he could catalog and organize in an efficient manner. More important, his whole way of thinking had changed. He would observe something, read and write about it, then develop a theory after even more observation. The theories and observations feeding off one another, full of details about so many facets of the world he was exploring. Ideas were sprouting up out of nowhere. So in September 1835, the Beagle left the Pacific coast of South America and headed west for the journey home. So yan, cut na muna natin dyan, guys. Okay, kasi masyado na mahaba yung video. Baka gi-inarte na yung yung iba yung So, yan. Natapos na natin yung pages. Ano ba? 'Di ba? So, ang galing-galing nyo, guys, kasi nasa chapter 2 na tayo. So, well, hindi naman natin kailangan madaliin lahat. Like, ba't tayo magmamadali? 'Di ba? Every day na magmamadali kayo, 'di ba? You will get stressed, you will age faster, 'di ba? So, you need to calm down. Sabi ni Taylor. Yan. Tsaka sabi ni Selena ata. Kanta yung calm down. Kaya basta. Yun na. Okay. So, I hope you are doing okay this weekend. Ako naman, I'm always busy, guys. Batong na to? Face na to, no? Masyadong busy. Pero, magkakaroon na ako ng konti na lang, guys. Kasi, konti na lang, I'll change everything in my life. Joke lang. Yan, sige na. Thank you guys for listening. And thank you for helping me make this world a better place for all of us and for the future generation. Tsaka huwag niyo kalimutan mag-subscribe kasi why not? I serve you with purpose every day, guys. Okay, so dito lang kayo sa akin at tayo'y magsama-sama.